Michael, I want to ask you about how VAR was used in the summer. It seemed to go down a lot better, certainly than it has done in the Premier League in the last couple of years, certainly in terms of how the general public saw it. What do you think the reason was for that?
I think there was an acceptance of maybe a lighter touch, whereas in the Premier League we've tried to be really, not forensic, but really clear on what we see in the pictures that they show. In the Euros it was a very clear message about really minimum interference, maximum benefit, let the referee the match.
Michael Oliver has confirmed today, apologized publicly, and admitted error. Publicly verified statement, apology, or confirmation from Michael Oliver or FIFA saying this. Apology as, according to reports, sources close to officiating circles, or a reported private admission. From controversy to contrition, Michael Oliver breaks silence as Arsenal fans are urged to forgive after Nottingham Forest VAR storm. Arsenal's controversial goalless draw with Nottingham Forest continues to dominate football debate after reports emerged that referee Michael Oliver, following a full internal review, privately acknowledged a serious error over a denied penalty. As calls for accountability grow and trust in VAR reaches a breaking point, this emotional deep dive explores the incident, the fallout, the human side of refereeing, and why forgiveness may be the only way forward. A storm that refuses to pass. Some football matches end when the final whistle blows. Others refuse to die. Arsenal's 0-0 draw with Nottingham Forest belongs firmly in the second category. What should have been remembered as a frustrating afternoon of missed chances has instead become one of the most explosive refereeing controversies of the Premier League season. At the heart of the storm, a clear handball incident involving Ola Aina, referee Michael Oliver, and the ever-controversial VAR system. Days later, the anger has not faded. It has grown. Social media remains ablaze. Fan forums are boiling. Former players, pundits, and neutral observers continue to dissect a moment that many believe cost Arsenal 2 crucial points in a title race where margins are razor thin. And now, according to multiple reports circulating within officiating and media circles, Michael Oliver has broken his silence. Reports of reflection. It was a clear penalty. While there has been an official public statement released by the Premier League, PGMOL, or FIFA, reports claim that following a full post-match analysis, referee Michael Oliver privately acknowledged that the decision not to award Arsenal a penalty was incorrect. According to these reports, the handball met the criteria for a penalty under current laws. VAR intervention should have recommended an on-field review. The incident has been used internally as a case study for officiating errors. More strikingly, sources claim Oliver expressed deep personal regret, with words attributed to him circulating widely among fans. "Please find a place in your heart to forgive me. We are all human. We all make mistakes. Everything will be resolved." Again, it must be stressed, these words are reported and not officially confirmed, but their emotional weight has already changed the tone of the debate. The incident that changed everything. Midway through the match at the City Ground, Arsenal delivered a dangerous ball into the Nottingham Forest box. Ola Aina's arm appeared to move unnaturally toward the ball, blocking its path. To Arsenal players, fans, and many neutral viewers, it looked textbook. Arm away from the body, ball clearly making contact. Arsenal attacker denied a scoring opportunity. Yet Michael Oliver waved play on. VAR checked, VAR stayed silent. It was a penalty. The Emirates wasn't the venue, but outrage echoed all the way back to North London. Michael Owen spoke, "Wrong is wrong." Former England striker Michael Owen, never one to shy away from controversy, weighed in decisively. "I'm not an Arsenal fan, but wrong is wrong. If we don't call out bad decisions, the game suffers." Owen's comments carried weight precisely because of their neutrality. He wasn't defending Arsenal, he was defending fairness, and that distinction matters. VAR, the technology that was supposed to end debate. VAR was introduced to reduce errors. Instead, it has redefined frustration. Fans no longer argue only with referees, they argue with slow-motion interpretations, inconsistent thresholds, invisible lines, silent rooms in Stockley Park. The Forest decision reignited a familiar question. If VAR doesn't intervene here, when does it? Arsenal fans, anger, pain, and betrayal. For Arsenal supporters, this isn't just one incident, it's history repeating itself. Many fans believe Arsenal decisions are scrutinized more harshly. Marginal calls rarely go their way. Title challenges are repeatedly undermined by officiating errors. Whether true or not, perception has become reality, and perception is powerful. The human side of refereeing. Here's the uncomfortable truth football rarely wants to face. Referees are human beings. Michael Oliver is one of the most experienced officials in world football. He has officiated World Cups, Champions League finals, high-pressure derbies. If someone like Oliver can make a mistake, what does that say about the system? This is where the reported apology changes everything, because accountability, even when quiet, matters. Forgiveness versus accountability, can both exist? Arsenal fans face a dilemma. Anger is justified, but so is humanity. If mistakes are acknowledged, reviewed, and corrected, then perhaps the next step isn't rage, but reform. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. Forgiveness means demanding better without losing our soul. Calls for action continue to grow. Across social media and fan platforms, calls for clearer VAR protocols are intensifying. Demands for referee transparency are increasing. Some fans continue to urge FIFA and PGMOL to act. So far, no official FIFA investigation confirmed, no ban announced, internal reviews acknowledged as standard procedure. What happens next? The Forest match will not be replayed. The points will not be returned, but something bigger is happening. Trust, once lost, is hard to rebuild. And unless English football addresses VAR inconsistency, communication failures, and referee accountability, this cycle will repeat again and again.
It'll split opinion, this one. I think his body action is natural coming towards the ball because he has got to turn into the pitch. I think you would feel a little bit hard done by an Arsenal lad that hasn't at least had a look at in terms of going to the screen. But I don't think it's a real clear and obvious mistake from the referee in the first place, because we've seen it in slow motion and it looks worse than in real time. So I think it would have been a little bit soft and unfair on Forest, in my opinion, but I can understand why the manager's frustrated, Mikel Arteta.
Do you see it coming off his shoulder first, Martin, and that arm being in a natural position?
To be honest, they're two separate things. There's enough of a gap between it, hits his shoulder, and then he seems to cup the ball. He seems to move his arm around. Now, maybe from this angle, they thought, oh, maybe it wasn't. But certainly the one before, it looks to me like
I think
it could have been
Anderson's as well, the pressure of Anderson as well moves his body even more to it as well. I think it would have been really harsh on Forest.
I would have liked the referee to go on and have a look, though, to see if he...
Well, she would, you're an Arsenal fan. We know that, man.
Yeah, we know
also,
that.
Martin, we do keep asking for this high bar, don't we, to say that we want the referees.
We're asking for the
stand.
right decisions.
We don't want too many interventions in games, and that bar has to be high before the referee goes to a monitor. Would that be high enough?
Subjectivity, it all comes down to someone.
Going to the screen an awful lot more than we already are, though, if for situations like that, like ricochets or motions where your body's going to, I think we'd be given a lot more penalties.
Yeah,
if
well,
it was
I think they're
Liverpool, he'd
lucky.
be screaming for him to go to the monitor.
Yeah.
Well, are you a Liverpool fan?
Of course I am.
Well, you'd have wanted that when you was a penalty.
No,